Hi, this is Anadi Madhu. I've come up with another video. This time the video is on a talk on very trivial events or trivial experience which you come across every now and then. You sit in your house, outside, you always experience. It is airplane, it is helicopter, it is something flying in the sky, and the immediate attention goes to an engineering which we call aerospace engineering. So the topic is why our or aerospace engineering is so backdated in nature. It's very backdated. 100 more than 100 years old technology we are using it. 100 years old technology. The first airplane being invented by Wright brothers in 1903. It's around, I think, 123 years old technology. Propeller technology I'm talking about. Propeller meaning blade technology. Through initial running on the runway, and there will be a rotation of propeller in the horizontal direction, and through which it will be getting a lift. So this is the invention, the father of aerospace engineering, Wright brothers, actually invented airplane around 123 years back, and thereafter we are using the same technology. All we are doing it increasing the size of the entire plane, wherein we are fitting lot of passengers, and same technology we are using it. And if you talk about jet technology, jet technology is meaning through gas, initial thrust will be there. That thrust can be created in the horizontal direction such that it will get initial movement, or directly at the targeted at the sky, meaning vertical direction, so it will get a direct lift off. Very simple technology. And this jet plane or jet technology was being invented in 1940s, meaning around 86 years back. And with the same technology, propeller technology, which is 123 years old, 86 years old jet technology, we are flying in the sky, creating lot of sound pollution. Whenever there is a propeller plane flying in the sky, everybody inside house, outside house will come to know that something is going from the sky. Even in jet also, it will create such a pathetic sound, or what do you call, frightening sound, that you will come out of your house and try to see what is happening. In our childhood days, whenever there will be a jet plane flying in the sky, we'll be climbing up the staircases and try to see from roof what is flying. So that was the kind of astonishment being introduced to us in our childhood days, and we are seeing the same kind of astonishment till today, 26th May 2026. Around 30-40 years old experience I am sharing with you. So you can understand our technology in the of our sky technology specifically is so old that nobody has given any attention to improve that kind of technology. See, the immediate thing which anybody will try to, anybody will give suggestion to aerospace engineers, is that reduce the sound, bloody reduce the sound of flying. Such a simple thing, simple invention which you have to do it. I'm cursing the aerospace engineers. Why I'm doing it? A technology which is around 120 years old, backdated technology, and that technology cannot be brought back to our home and cannot be used from rooftop. 120 years old technology cannot be used from our rooftop. Such a shame. What do we want? We want a technology which is being used secretly or being used by very selected few people. And if that technology is so backdated that we can bring back that technology, or we want that technology to be used at home. A simple thing which an Aam Aadmi is desiring. A technology 120 years old should be used at home only, not outside. Wright brothers, 1903, developed first aeroplane 123 years ago. Why the same technology cannot be brought back? Cannot be brought, not back, cannot be brought at our home rooftop. So it's a shame that the current aerospace engineers are just thinking beyond Aam Aadmi's mind, and because of which they are not able to target Aam Aadmi's wish, the wish which we are desiring for ages. Use the same technology from rooftop at a cheaper rate. A 123 years old technology should be given free of cost to Aam Aadmi. Aeroplane should be given free of cost to Aam Aadmi. A backdated technology, 123 years old technology. If you see a smartphone, as time passes, the price of the smartphone is getting reduced to zero, almost zero. A smartwatch price is getting reduced to zero. Many states chief ministers are giving free smartphone or laptop. So you can understand, as time passes, the technology actually, the technological importance actually reduces to zero. So that will definitely make it available at zero cost. So an Aam Aadmi who desired to have this technology, 123 years old technology, to be used at his rooftop at a very cheaper cost, or in fact free of cost, and our aerospace engineers are not able to do it. They are using the same technology. What they are doing it, they are simply changing the aesthetic nature of the entire invention. 123 years old backdated invention aesthetically being changed and given to us, and saying this is the current technology. It's a shame. Now what they are doing it. Now if you talk about 2026 scenario, helicopter technology. Helicopter technology, how old is it? Anybody knows? How old is it? It is at the same time when jet technology was introduced. 1940s only. So initially Wright brothers invented a propeller blade which will be rotating in the horizontal direction, getting a lift, getting a forward movement force, and after traveling for some time it will get a lift and it will rise up. The same technology, Wright brothers technology, somebody used it, I don't know the name, but this time that person thought that why not give a change in the direction of the blade, propeller blade, make it from change it from horizontal direction to vertical direction. And once he does it in 1940s, that person invented helicopter. Can you understand the kind of pathetic mindset being used in those days? From 1903 to 1940s, around 37 years it took to develop a helicopter. Just you change the direction of propeller blade from horizontal to vertical, it will take a vertical takeoff instead of a horizontal takeoff after movement. So that kind of pathetic brain size was there in those days. Anyway, it is for us, our generation or thereafter generation, for us it is very easy to say. But anyway, it took 37 years from propeller plane to helicopter. In 1940s they developed helicopter which will get a vertical takeoff. Since they will not get initial movement in the horizontal direction, so they have to increase the size, the diameter size of the blades, such that they will get a clear cut takeoff vertically. Now, so three aerial vehicles which I have told. One propeller blade plane, another is jet plane, which is also being developed in 1940s, and another is helicopter, that also developed in 1940s. Now if you come to 2026, you will see some changes have happened, and those changes are nothing, just what do you call, aesthetic changes. Helicopter blade now being, the size of the helicopter blade, meaning the diameter size of the helicopter blade, have been reduced, and it has been the diameter of the helicopter blades have been reduced in 2026. And since they have reduced the diameter size, so they need the same takeoff lift up force. So after reduction of diameter size, they introduce another 3 rotational blades. Altogether 4 rotational blades have been used to get a vertical takeoff, which will be having a small surface area. And these 4 rotational blades, aerial vehicle, we call it drone. Nothing new. A helicopter wherein a single blade have been bifurcated into 4 blades, and the same aerial vehicle has been renamed as drones. Can you imagine? EHang. What is EHang? EHang is a small helicopter running by 4 blades. Electric aerial vehicle, EHang, 1-seater, 2-seater aerial vehicle running by 4 blades. A helicopter only, and they are saying that autopilot facility has been introduced. Electrically it can run, and it has a vertical takeoff, so it can be moved from rooftop. What changes you have brought in? For the past 80-90 years, you have just reduced the size of blade size, and based on that you renamed the entire helicopter into a drone. So you can understand the aerospace engineering inventions. In fact, those are not inventions at all. Those are just aesthetically modified same devices, same machines. No invention has taken place for last 80-90 years in aerospace engineering. If you talk about jet technology, developed in 1940s, now what kind of jet technology you can experience? Immediate thing which will come into mind, reduce the size of the aerial vehicle and just try to get it lift up from the rooftop. So they are saying that jet technology, jet airplane can be used from rooftop with the help of a smaller jet machine, which we call Volonoid. Volonoid is air jet bike. Recent introduction in our system, and it will cost you around, I think, as far as I remember, a Mercedes high-end, I think $60,000-$70,000 or $80,000, I think. Very costly, but it is simply a air bike. It will give you a direct vertical takeoff, and it requires a minimum space. So what they are doing, they are just simply trying to reduce the size of the jet plane into a jet bike. Nothing new. Same technology. Now they have further reduced the jet technology into jet suit, meaning like a school bag, you will just put on your school bag, you will put on a jet pack, and you can directly, a man can be lifted off. Very old technology, around 30-40 years old also. I think you must have seen Michael Jackson's dance performance in 90s, wherein Michael Jackson will be putting on a jet pack and will be rising up on the stage, will be lifted up from the stage. So very old technology, around 92 I'm talking about, around 34 years old. So eventually you can see whatever technology they have introduced in recent times in 2026, those technologies roots are around 80-90 years backdated. Nothing new has been introduced in our aerospace engineering. Everything, every small thing is backdated. Absolutely stagnant inventions in aerospace engineering. The immediate attention comes is that why they are not giving a technology which is pretty much in line with Aam Aadmi's mindset. We can use jet technology. There is nothing wrong in that. In next 500 years, use the jet technology. Propeller technology is not very easy to use. It requires lot of space. But jet technology, it requires minimum space. But all we need is soundless lift-up technology. The soundless lift-off technology can be used from gas-based invention, can be used from electrical-based invention, can be used from liquid-based invention. Nowadays, jet technology is using gas-based jet technology. The same jet technology can be used from electrical based also, which we call plasma thrust technology, which is nowadays is a current hot topic in aerospace engineering, because plasma thrust has minimum sound pollution possibilities, and has a proper lift off possibilities like gas based jet technology. Plasma thrust is the latest aerospace engineering invention, but nobody has given any importance to that. Probably in next 3 to 4 years, this technology will be ushered in to our system. Right now it is in research mode. So through this plasma thrust technology, which is a electrical based technology, we can get a lift soundless, absolutely soundless. And we can reduce the dependency of gas based lift up technology. The immediate question comes, when we are using a gas based lift up technology, is there any possibility through which we can reduce the sound of this gas based lift up technology such that gas based technology can be used for next 200-300 years? Nobody has given an attention to it. The technology which have developed in 1940s, we are using the same technology. Even we did not bother to change the sound effectiveness in this all 80-90 years. Simple same technology, nothing change, no changes at all. So you can understand, we need a technology, either a modified technology which will actually target the current audience. Even nowadays, if you talk about any petrol vehicle or petrol car or diesel car, or even motorcycle also, two-wheeler also, everybody is looking for soundless motions, soundless driving. Why not our aerospace engineers have tried to develop a existing or modified an existing technology into a soundless vehicle? On ground, every vehicle, two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler, have been given a restriction on sound. Beyond this decibel level, it will be fine. It should be absolutely soundless, isn't it? And nowadays every car is manufacturing almost soundless car, be that car is electric or be that car is petrol or diesel. So why not our aerospace engineers are giving a restriction through in sound? Why we are using the same technology from 1940s, having the same sound decibel level, and since of my childhood days I am listening the movement of aeroplane. Why should I listen to these same invented movement aerial vehicles sound again and again? Don't you think it's just a too much ironical events happening every now and then in the sky, not on road, on ground, in the sky. So it's a shame that our aerospace engineers are still lingering on same technology, and since they are lingering on same technology, they did not come up with any newer mindset or modified mindsets through which they can reduce the sound of air vehicles. So you can understand now in 2026 either we have to go for a newer technology which will be absolutely soundless in nature, compact in nature, such that entire invention can be used from our home rooftop. So at present many of us have seen Superman's Man of Steel, wherein they will use a regenerator, wherein they will tell how a thrust can be created from electricity, which is soundless, not that much sound, it very lesser sound than thrust, gas-based thrust. So that kind of technology is being at research level in 2026, and probably in 2007 or 2028 it will be introduced to commoner. Electrical based thrust through which it will rise up. But right now in sky, in order to rise up, we are using electrically based propeller blade to rise up. It will create lot of sound like helicopter blades. I really don't know why people are madly going after electric air vehicles instead of uh, ATF air vehicles. I really don't know what changes will it bring in. Just tell me what changes will it bring in. No changes at all, na. If a helicopter being run by ATF, aviation turbine fuel, instead of electricity, what changes will it bring in? ATF is also very what do you call environmental friendly. What changes will it bring in? If you make your air vehicle electrically based, what changes will it bring in? Tell me. People say we can remain in sky forever if it is solar based aerial electricity vehicle. That is the change it can, that kind of change it can bring in. We understand. But other than that, nothing, no changes at all. Aviation turbine fuel. Do you want to stay in sky forever through solar mode? That is the only difference. If you want to stay in the sky forever, then use solar based electricity aerial vehicle. Otherwise, aviation turbine fuel is sufficient, right? If you want to make your home in the sky, use that kind of technology. Otherwise, what is the use? Nothing. No? Anyway, so what we need is that though we use gas-based aerial vehicle, aviation turbine fuel, liquid aerial vehicle, or electricity based aerial vehicle, but the entire aerial vehicle should be absolutely soundless in nature. This is the norm, and obviously whatever fuel we use, the entire machine should be compact in nature such that it can be used from our home rooftop. Soundless, compact in nature. So these are the two criteria the aerospace engineer need to follow, because the technology is not today's technology. It is backdated, 120 years backdated technology, and that technology, no matter what they do, no matter how many airports, how many airfield or how many airstrip they develop, they have to bring that technology at our home. Other than that, they cannot survive. How many airports will you develop? How many shopping malls, rooftop lifting of space will you use? How many airfields will you use? How many airstrips will you use? They have to understand that their 120 years old backdated technology needs to be brought back, needs to be brought at our home rooftop only. That is their original location. So anyway, just a mere suggestion to aerospace engineers. Just try to see how they are going to fit in on our rooftop instead of creating unnecessary airports, airfield, airstrips, because their technology is the oldest of all technologies. Our ground based technology is changing every day. But just imagine the sky is above above us, but their technology is stagnant in nature for past 120 years. You have to see in this direction. You have to develop a device or modify an existing device which will create soundless movement in the sky like a gas balloon. We had this kind of technology which we call hydrogen based airlifting, absolutely soundless in nature. But the problem is that hydrogen based airlifting airplanes is little bit inflammous, what do you call, flammable fuel, so it catches fire very quickly in the sky if there is some unwanted wind movement. So that is a possibility, but we had this kind of technology. Hydrogen based air vehicle was there in 40s. So soundless device was there, aerial vehicle was there in 40s, but thereafter nobody paid any attention. They simply took a sound based aerial vehicle, and for past 80 years, 90 years, we are simply using that technology outside our home. So anyway, just a mere suggestion to aerospace engineers to look after this kind of wishes of Aam Aadmi. A old technology needs to be targeted, needs to be linked with Aam Aadmi's wish only, and if they can do so, then their entire technology can be used at home rooftop. So that's all. If you feel like giving a thumbs up to this video, please do so, and please subscribe my channel Ronnie's Identity in YouTube, and stay tuned for more updates and videos in the future. I wish you nice day. Bye.